Boom, what's good, people? Another update. So today I had a freaking tough interview. So it was it was an interview with a very large biotech pharma company. And yeah, this was my first, what I would say, the first rigorous interview I ever had. Because I've had interviews in the past where there's several rounds, maybe like 2 or 3 rounds. But this is the first one where I've had so many different people interviewing me, and this final round interview just it was just horrible. Um, I hate to be ageist. I hate to be ageist, but of the so I had 4 different rounds. One with the hiring manager, one with some people, one with some with other people, and then one with like a senior manager. And I don't know what it is, but my experience with people who are older, close to retirement. So these are people who would be like the people would say they're boomers, boomers or people who are basically very close to retirement. I don't know if it's a stereotype, but I've had really bad experiences with people like that in interviews or in the workplace. Um, it's been rare when it's been good, and when it's been good, it's been really good. At my previous job, I was actually hired by someone who is of that age group. He really liked me, and I felt really good vibes. But my worst experiences, most of them have been with that age group as well. And in this interview, it was very obvious. Like, as soon as they saw me in camera, there's 2 of them. As soon as they saw me in camera, one of them logged in or whatever. He said hello to me, but he wasn't very friendly. And the other person, when he came on camera, he didn't even say hello to me. He just said hello to the other guy. Good morning to the other guy, and he didn't acknowledge me in the interview. That's when I was like, oh, this is gonna be one of them interviews. And then it started with just a tirade of questions, just very um, just questions that like so why did you do this? Why did you do that? Why you do this? I noticed this on your CV. Does this mean you're not very good at this, or is this like questions that are trying to throw me off? No, and I actually I'm actually fine with those kind of questions because I'm very calm and collected, and I can explain, and that's what I was doing. But what I did not like was the fact that when I was in the middle of explaining my answer to the question, I'll be like, so this is what I do, just like how I'm speaking to you now. I was explaining something, but then as soon as I'm speaking, just like in the middle of it, you just cut me off and be like, right, right, right. So what about this? Do you notice? Did this? And then I'll be answering that, and they'll be like, okay, okay, okay. So it's almost like if they're pissed off that I'm able to articulate my thoughts and articulate an answer to the question. And I noticed that as the interview went on, I noticed that they were starting to get like really flustered and almost like lost for words. Like I noticed their faces were like kind of turning red, and they were like going all silent, like um, so they're like they're basically shocked that they hadn't flustered me or basically made me feel uncomfortable. But for me, I got bad vibes from those two. The hiring manager, I couldn't read. I mean, he, I had an interview with him previous to this, so he's the one who actually got me to this last minute, to this last stage. So I can't read whether he liked me or not. This was my first time meeting him in person. The the other colleagues, I felt the interviews were really good. They were listening to me. It felt genuine. It felt like there wasn't any attempt to shut me down when I'm speaking and answering the questions. But how do I feel in this process? This has been a 3 month process of applying for jobs, getting interviews. Some interviews I've had like um, 6 companies have been willing to interview me after about like close to 100 applications. So yeah, this has been the toughest interview cycle, job application cycle I've experienced. So I'm gonna have to do some temporary work. That's definitely gonna be on the table. So I'm thinking, yeah, once I move, I'm planning to move in about 2 weeks. Once I move city, move into a room, because obviously I'm in a flat right now. I'm gonna have to move out this place into a room, save some money, and then I'm gonna get a part-time job. That's my plan. Just keep the bills, just keep it ticking, and so I don't eat into the larger chunk of my savings. And yeah, just keep on applying in my spare time, and hope for something good. So yeah, that's my journey, and well, maybe one day I'll look back on this year, on these last 2 years, and I'll be like, yeah, it was painful. You went through a lot of pain, a lot of frustration, but after that, you got to enjoy a lot of good things, and that's happened to me in life a lot of times. I've been through tough times, but then after that, I enjoy some really great times, like 2015 to 2016, or the pain of like 2019 when I lost my job, 2019, and having amazing jobs after that. So anyway, we'll see how this goes. With that said, take care, peace.